Hello beauties, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Kalondia Casey, and this is Casey's Beautiful Lifestyle. I am so appreciative of you being here, and I hope you are going to enjoy this video today. The month of January is going to be Makeup 101. Yes, you heard me right. Makeup 101 for the mature beauty, that is. And when I say that, I hope you do not think that anybody that's younger than 40 can't watch this channel. My niche market is definitely the mature woman, and I am so happy to have everybody here. And if I am sitting in an odd spot today, it is because my lighting in this room has gone crazy with the time change. If I film at certain times of the day, it just looks terrible. So today I am doing a makeup application on smaller hooded eyes, and because I have hooded eyes and I have small eyes, or I have a small movable eyelid, I would love to hear in the comments down below what you would like to see for the next couple of videos. And don't be shy. If there's something you really want to see, I'm going to be happy to share it with you. Let's go back to the basics where everybody can learn just a basic eyeshadow technique. You wouldn't believe how many women tell me they do not even know how to put on eyeshadow. This is a very simple step-by-step guide, and it will help you along. I promise you. Let's push in and let's get started. Today we are going to deep dive into eyeshadow. This is 101 for eyeshadow application. I have had so many requests for people wanting to learn how to apply eyeshadow. I am going to be showing you how I apply it on my eyelids, and then my friend Amy is going to be doing a video for me that I will be adding after I do mine. We both have very different eye shape, color, everything. She is a mature woman as well. She is a certified makeup artist. She has a fabulous talent. So we are going to collaborate together. In today's video, I am going to be using the Essence Salute Paris palette. It is not part of the Pharmacy family. I decided to branch out and find something in these hues, which we do not have in our current line, and so I thought it would be fun to find this. It will be linked below. For eyeshadow application, I always start with an eyelid primer because to me it really covers the palette, and so it's like a painter getting ready to paint. Why eyelid primer? Eyelid primer evens out your skin tone, takes away any kind of darkness, so it gives an even playing field. You can tell the difference between this eye and the sides. I have very dark eyelids, which I like to camouflage, and by putting the eyelid primer on, it helps so much. I use my finger. You can use a brush. The reason I use my fingers is because I feel like the heat from my fingers warms up the product. As you could see, I take it and I swirl it in my hand, and I get the product right there, and that's when I apply it. I see I missed a little tiny spot right there. For this video, I've already put on my foundation, my eyebrows, my lipstick. I will come back at the end and show you the full-on look. All right, first things first, I'm going to use my little dry brush cleaner, and I am taking a fluffy brush, and I am using a very light shade, and I am going to apply that like you would a powder, and I'm applying that over my entire eyelid. I just think it helps the products to go on easier by doing it this way. For me, I have hooded eyes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look into my mirror straight on and find the spot where my crease naturally should be. And I took the eyeshadow and I dabbed it right there, so I know where to apply my eyeshadow above my crease so that it can be seen. Then I am taking that beautiful gray color and I am taking it in very, very small strokes and applying it right where my crease should be. I'd rather go back in and apply more, because once you put it on your eye and there's too much there, it's hard to blend in. So I'm going to do the same thing on this eye, and I will scoot in. So there it is. And what I like to do for mature eyes is I like to sweep out, not down. And I'll give you another hint. If you have crepiness on your eyelid and you are trying to avoid the skipping motion, then what you do is you lift your eyelid and you go in. But see how I'm taking it out? Don't worry, I'll clean that up. It's just I don't want it to go down. It's like a straight line going across. It's a pretty color. It's just a nice gray color. I'm going with all neutral colors today so that you all will learn just the simple techniques. I am using 3 colors to just show you what I do and how you can do it too. This is meant to make things very easy for you. We do not want anything complicated because then you'll get frustrated. I may do an advanced eyeshadow tutorial later. I used this color in my crease, and so now I want a beautiful color on that outside of my lid, so I can go back in with a V. What I will do is use this pretty plum color. This is a matte color, and the first color was a matte color. I will incorporate shimmer, but I want to show you the matte look first. I take it and I just gently apply it right here on this outside corner. I make sure that I get a pretty line there, and then I start making a V. I had to put a little bit more on my brush, and I'm going to bring that in a little bit more on the movable eyelid. It's really, really pretty, and I'm not getting much fallout, which I like. Now let's move to this side. So I start up here, and then I just lightly tap it. I'm trying not to pull it, because with mature eyes, pulling drags and can leave skipping brush strokes, and we do not want that. So I'm going to put a little bit more on the movable eyelid. Same thing, same application. What I do is I take a really good blending brush. I just really love my Sigma brush, and so I am going in and I am blending. And look where I'm holding the brush, ladies. You hold your brush towards the end of the handle. You will have a lot more control when you're blending. I want the 2 colors to look pretty side by side. I do not want them to look muddled together. Look how pretty that is. That is really a pretty eyeshadow look already. But we're not finished. For me, because I do not have a lot of real estate on this part of my eyelid, the movable eyelid, I am going to lighten that area because it's going to give an optical illusion that the eye is actually larger than it is. This is how I do it. I'm going to use a setting spray on my brush, and I'm going to go in with this beautiful pink shimmer color right here. This is the only place I will be applying shimmer today. All right, and here we go. And so, going to go up into that eye socket, and I'm just having it meet right here where I applied the darker color. I'll let that set for a moment and do this eye, and then I'll go back and do the blending on both eyelids. Okay. This is very, very pretty. Now it is time to blend. Look how pretty that is. I'm going to close my eyes and push in so you can see what I have done already. The one thing I want you to remember is that eyes are sisters, they are not twins. The same goes with our eyebrows. Unfortunately, it's a very true statement. One eye always goes easier than the other. When I started, I said I'm going to go very light in this crease because I don't want to start with a dark base there to weigh my eyes down. But now that I have all of my eyeshadow on, I feel like I need a little bit more of the gray. Yes, that looks so much better. That's why having a light hand is awesome. I like to keep makeup remover cloths right by my side when I am putting my makeup on, because invariably we make mistakes. And so I'm gonna just clean up right here under my eyes. I can make it look great with a little bit of concealer there. And so that is an easy eyeshadow application. This is eyeshadow 101, and I will finish my makeup and come back and show you the completed look. And just like that, I am back and I am finished. I put some mascara on, I touched up my eyebrows, I put some blush on. I already had my lipstick on, so it didn't take me very long to go back in and clean things up. I really like this look. I think it's very easy. One thing I didn't address, for me, this is only for me because of the way my eyes are shaped. I usually do not put a light color underneath my brows because it really brings attention to my brow bone, and I want the attention brought to my movable eyelids. I want my eyes to look larger. If I were to put the light shimmery color underneath my brow bone, it would look odd on me. For me, it would be competing. So I always just leave that a natural color. And sometimes I'll even take a little bit of a nude color blush and fill that in on that top brow bone to just soften the line between the brow and the top of the crease eyeshadow. I am so excited to introduce my friend Amy Sharosh. Amy is a wonderful makeup artist, and ladies, sit back and enjoy your time with Amy. She's amazing.
Let's walk through one of my go-to eye looks that I pretty much do almost daily. I've already prepped my skin and I've already done my eyebrows. This is going to be an easy look, so I just went with a brow mascara. I'm going to start with an eye primer, which is super important because this helps to prep your canvas. Just like you would your face, you want to make sure you do that same thing with your eyes. And you can see I already have my lashes on because I am a fan of Lashify and I can wear these for about a week at a time. So I'm taking some Pharmacy eye primer and I'm just coming in and I'm covering this whole eye area. Now you could do this with your finger, you could do it with a brush. My preference is a brush. So I've got this really nice flat concealer brush. So I'm just going to go ahead and mix that and get it all applied, going right up under my brow. And the reason why I do those brows first is so that they provide the frame for the eye look that I'm going to do. And I real gentle around the lashes. Now the next thing I'm going to do is for this primer, right? It's a cream, so I want to go ahead and set that cream so that when I apply my shadow, I'll have a nice smooth surface for the shadow to glide on. So I'm just going to take a little bit of translucent powder that I have put in the lid of my container, and I'm just going to press that to set that primer. And the translucent powder that I'm a fan of right now, it's really light, really finely milled, is from Kevyn Aucoin. So I'm just going to go ahead and press that in there and get myself ready to start applying some shadow. Eye palette I'm using today is from Pharmacy. It's called Glam Up. It's my go-to palette. I use it daily. Now, one of the challenges I have personally is as I'm aging, this part of my lid is starting to droop. So I have what you might call a hooded eye. And you can see on this eye, which I hide with my hair, that my eye tends to be a bit more downturned and smaller and a little bit more sag right here on this lid. So what I want to do is, back in the day when I was younger, I would put my shadow right in the crease, right? And you'd see it and be beautiful and, you know, you'd go about your day. Well, now you have to recreate that because of this skin. So I use what's called a transition color. My favorite in this palette is Buff. It's kind of a very light neutral. And what I do is I first look straight in the mirror and figure out, when my eyes are looking straight, where is my lid? And it's right here. I can actually feel it with the bone right here. It may be a little bit different for you, but that's where I want to put a dot of color so I know that that's where my transition color should be. And because I used that setting powder, my surface is real smooth. You kind of want to stick to like this middle eye area. Don't go too far in because you don't want darkness and shadow on the inner corner of your eye. But I'm just kind of doing like a buffing and windshield wiper motion with this nice fluffy brush, and I'm bringing it out and not down because I don't want to draw my eye down. So I'm going to buff this out so that when I'm looking straight on in the mirror, you can actually see my transition color. And I can even take a clean fluffy brush along the edge just to clean that up and make sure there's no harsh lines. Now for my next color, I tend to use 3. I'm going to go with probably a little bit of mix of this taupe and ashes. And I'm taking a brush that's, it's condensed, but it's got a little bit of an angle to it. Your eye shape determines really what kind of brushes you should use. I have obviously a lot more real estate, so I can get away with a slightly bigger brush, but if you have smaller eyes, you want to go with a smaller brush. So I'm going to actually come down, and I don't want to go beyond this outer corner of my eye. So I'm going to just kind of draw a line, and doing this on camera, it's a little bit harder to do, so I'm going to also look in my mirror here. And then I'm also going to come in this way, so it's almost like a reverse 7. And I'm still working on this bone here, but I'm underneath my transition color. And this is what I'm going to do for my outer corner. I'm going in this upward motion because I want to lift my eye. Gravity does enough to pull it down. We don't need to help it. And I'm just going to blend, blend, blend. One of the real keys to eyeshadow or to any makeup look is blending. So let me just work on that a little bit more. Get that color in there. Going in that crease. I'm not bringing it too far over. And then I'm actually going to take that clean fluffy brush that I used earlier just to blend and make sure that there's no lines. And then I'm going to come in with a nice flat brush using this nice light color Magnolia. And I'm going to place that just in a pressing motion on my lid. This is actually called your movable lid, just in case you wanted to know. I'm going to press that in there. And now I'll be right back with finishing touches. Another thing I like to do is what we call Tightline. So I'm going to take a little bit of gel liner. This one's from Pharmacy. And I'm taking a very small pointed brush. This is an eyeliner brush from Delium Tools. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right underneath my lash line. And this usually works better if you're looking down into a mirror. It's a little bit hard to do looking this way, but I want to give you the general idea. You want a product that's going to be waterproof so that it doesn't transfer, but you get right up there, right close to that lash line, and just draw along your natural lash line. And what that does, if you can see, is it gives those upper lashes a fuller look. I don't do bottom liner, especially not black, because it's very harsh and it really makes your eyes look smaller. So a couple options you guys have got is you can take your powders and you can very gently go along your lower lash line and do a powder. You can do this with black. Black powder, if you don't apply too much, is okay when it's on underneath your lash line. It's when you take that black pencil and you're doing your waterline and underneath, it just looks real harsh. So you kind of want to avoid that. And then the other thing I have is like this natural color pencil that you can put on the waterline just to brighten, or you can use a white, whichever you prefer. And then I'm going to take a very teeny tiny pencil brush, and I'm going to go into, let me see here. I'm going to go into this highlighter palette I have, and I'm going to take just a little bit of this goldy bronzy color, and I'm just going to tap this on my inner corner. And that's it. I do a little bit of mascara on my bottom lash line, and then I'm good to go. Have a fantastic day.
Now, wasn't that fun? I am so glad you all joined today. Watch Amy and I film this together, and I am so happy that she agreed to do the video with me because, as I said, she's quite talented. And I want to just ask if you all really enjoyed this video to please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget my giveaway for the month of January. It's a good one. You're not going to want to forget it. And by the way, I want you all to check out this darling sweater. Look how cute this is. I got it in yesterday. Amazon for the win, and it is definitely linked below. I'm wearing a size XL because I wanted to make it really slouchy so that I could wear it over my leggings because I don't like my bits and pieces to show. I just think this is the cutest sweater, and I'm going to be wearing it for most of January and all of February for sure. And I love this big pink heart. By the way, it comes in a gazillion designs. I'm thinking about getting another one so that I can get a smaller size and wear it just with jeans because I think that would be cute too. And I love hearts, by the way. And as you can see, I have on my heart earrings. I just appreciate you all being here so much. This has been a fun video to film, and I just love Amy to pieces, and I appreciate you, Amy, for helping me do this video this week, and I can't wait for the next video. And I'm not going to tell you exactly what it's going to be, but remember, this is Makeup 101 for the month of January. So with that being said, I'm going to sign off the way I always do. Stay well and be blessed, and I will see you the next time. Bye.